What is ulcerative colitis and why is your diet important? Hi, I'm Lisa Valente, registered dietitian with Healthline, and today we're talking about what to eat if you have ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is a chronic condition that causes inflammation in your bowel and is often accompanied by digestive side effects, including stomach pain and diarrhea. Managing this condition requires a balance of medication, lifestyle changes, and of course, diet. And it's important to work with a doctor or registered dietitian before making changes to your treatment regimen. So, what should you eat when you have ulcerative colitis, and what sorts of food should you avoid? Let's dig in. What is ulcerative colitis, and why is your diet important? Ulcerative colitis is a chronic inflammatory bowel disease that causes long-lasting inflammation in the colon and rectum. This inflammation can cause symptoms like stomach pain, diarrhea, rectal bleeding, and fatigue. While the exact cause isn't fully understood, ulcerative colitis is thought to be, at least in part, due to an abnormal immune response, possibly triggered by environmental factors. Because foods can be one of these factors, managing your diet can play a huge role in reducing flare-ups and maintaining a good quality of life. You may find that certain foods worsen your symptoms, while other foods may help you stay in remission. What's more, some foods are more gut-friendly than others and may help reduce chronic inflammation. Don't forget to sign up for Healthline's Digestive Health newsletter at the link below for more easily digestible tips delivered straight to your inbox around digestive health. What does an ulcerative colitis-friendly diet look like? Unfortunately, there isn't a one-size-fits-all answer, as not everyone with ulcerative colitis is triggered by the same foods. That said, generally the goal is to eat foods that are nutrient-rich and easy to digest, and to avoid foods that might irritate the digestive tract. For example, foods that are high in FODMAPs, carbohydrates that are difficult to digest, may worsen symptoms like bloating, stomach pain, and diarrhea. While a low FODMAP diet may reduce the severity of symptoms, it hasn't been shown to reduce gut inflammation or damage. We can link to our video all about FODMAPs here so you can learn more about what foods contain them. Similarly, low fiber diets may be helpful during flare-ups to give your gut a chance to rest. Fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are tougher to digest. Still, because fiber is important for long-term gut health, low-fiber diets aren't always necessary once you're back in remission. For long-term health, eating patterns that are rich in anti-inflammatory foods may be your best bet. While research is ongoing, the Mediterranean diet has been linked with benefits for people with IBD. The Mediterranean diet is composed mostly of whole, minimally processed foods and can help reduce markers of inflammation and support overall gut health. As a result, studies suggest that the Mediterranean diet may help prevent flare-ups, reduce GI symptoms, and improve overall quality of life in people with ulcerative colitis. And yes, we've got a video for that diet too, so click the link for a more in-depth look at the Mediterranean diet. Foods to avoid. So now that we know a little bit more about what an overall diet might look like, let's learn about foods to avoid. Certain types of foods are more likely to irritate your GI tract and cause flare-ups. Spicy foods. Chili peppers and foods seasoned with cayenne pepper, chili powder, hot sauce, or other spicy seasonings can irritate your digestive system and lead to flare-ups. Acidic fruits. Similar to spicy foods, acidic fruits like citrus fruits, tomatoes, and grapes can be irritating to your gut. High fiber foods. While fiber has many health benefits, high fiber foods like whole grains, nuts, seeds, and raw vegetables can be hard to digest, especially during flare-ups. You may be able to tolerate these foods when your symptoms have died down. Dairy. Lactose is a type of sugar that's difficult for many people with ulcerative colitis to digest. As a result, lactose-containing dairy products like milk and ice cream might exacerbate your symptoms. High-fat foods. High-fat foods including butter, cream, fried foods, and highly processed foods can cause inflammation and digestive distress. Sugar alcohols. Sugar alcohols like xylitol and sorbitol are not fully digested or absorbed and can trigger digestive symptoms. Certain beverages like alcohol and caffeine. Alcoholic and caffeinated beverages, including coffee, tea, and soda, can stimulate the gut, potentially leading to diarrhea and discomfort. Additionally, alcoholic beverages can cause inflammation. Foods to include. Now let's talk about the foods that are typically well tolerated and can be beneficial if you have ulcerative colitis, especially during a flare. Lean proteins. These include low-fat animal products like eggs and skinless chicken and turkey. Tofu and certain brands of tempeh are good meatless options. Omega-3 rich fish. Omega-3 fatty acids help reduce inflammation and may be particularly beneficial for people with ulcerative colitis. While there are plant-based sources of omega-3s, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are particularly rich in omega-3s. Lower fiber fruits. Fruits like bananas, honeydew, melon, avocado, mango, and cooked or peeled fruit are lower in fiber and generally easier to digest. Non-cruciferous vegetables. Zucchini, carrots, cucumbers, sweet potatoes, and white potatoes are easier to digest than their cruciferous counterparts. Cooking and peeling vegetables can also help make them easier on the gut. Oatmeal. Despite being a whole grain, oatmeal, especially the instant kind, can be soothing and relatively easy for your gut to break down. When buying oatmeal packets, look for ones that are free of added sugar and any ingredients that may be irritating, like sugar alcohols or nuts. Refined grains. Because they're lower in fiber, refined grains like white rice, white bread, and white pasta can be gentler on your gut compared to whole grains. Beverages. To stay hydrated, focus on non-caffeinated beverages like water and herbal tea. Your doctor may also recommend electrolyte replacement drinks or liquid nutritional supplements. Meal planning. Okay, now that we know what foods are friendly for ulcerative colitis and which ones to avoid, let's talk about some meal planning tips to help you stay on track. Eat smaller, more frequent meals. Instead of having 3 large meals, try eating 4 or 5 smaller meals throughout the day. This can reduce stress on your digestive system. This trick is also helpful for days when your appetite isn't that great. Stock your kitchen with easy meals and snacks. For days when your energy is low or you're running short on time, it's helpful to keep a stash of meals and snacks that require little to no prep. Cook meals in batches. To reduce the amount of time you have to spend in the kitchen, make large batches of meals at a time and freeze the leftovers. Keep a list of go-to recipes to make meal planning easier. Oftentimes, the hardest part of meal planning is deciding what to make. Whether you use a Pinterest board or save recipes on your social media account, keep a list of go-to recipes that you can cycle through. Avoid high-fat or greasy foods. Fatty foods can be harder to digest, so focus on ways to reduce the amount of fat you're using. For example, rather than frying, try baking, roasting, or steaming your food, and don't forget about air frying. Stay hydrated. Dehydration is a common issue with ulcerative colitis, especially if you're having bouts of diarrhea. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water and consider adding electrolyte drinks to your routine. Track your food and symptoms. Keep a food diary to help identify specific triggers. While some people like to use a physical journal, others find food tracking apps easier and more convenient. Consult a dietitian. If you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure about your diet, it's always a good idea to consult with a registered dietitian who specializes in digestive disorders. They can help tailor a meal plan that meets your nutritional needs and minimizes flare-ups. What you eat is a critical component of managing symptoms when you have ulcerative colitis. Because there's no one best diet for people with IBD, it's important to listen to your body and tailor your diet to support your digestive needs. We hope you learned something about what to eat when you have ulcerative colitis and that you're able to follow up with your doctor and healthcare team. If you have more questions about foods to eat or avoid, let us know in the comments down below. For more resources and support, be sure to check out Healthline.com and sign up for our newsletter linked below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more from me and Healthline.